So here's Cristina. So good things going on. Good body position, comfortable breathing, and a pretty long reach forward. You're raising your head a little bit when you turn to breathe, and can make the argument that your head is a little high in the water, but your hips and legs are in a good position, so the head position doesn't matter quite as much. If you ever notice that your hips and legs start to sink, then check your head position. Your kick looks comfortable. It's pretty rhythmic, 4 or 6 beat kick. And here what I'm looking at, do your hips and legs stay in the same line as your upper body? And for the most part they do. There's a little bit of, just the slightest bit of hip wobble going on there, but not much. So from this angle you can also see that your head is sort of high, but again, your body position, your hips and legs are not sinking, so it's not something you need to worry too much about. And then this angle you can see where your hands extend to, so you're doing a good job of reaching pretty much right in front of your shoulder, and that's where you want to be. The other thing you can see is the rotation, and you have pretty good rotation as well. I can always make the argument that people's extension could be a little better. Yours could be maybe slightly better. You reach forward, and then you do that last bit of reach, really stretching out your lat when you reach forward. Okay, so underwater. Well, alright, from this angle I can see your hips and legs are a little low, so scratch what I said about your head position. You should lower your head a bit. So your left arm is doing what's called an elbow slip, meaning that your hand and forearm just have not gone vertical in the water. Ideally, you want them to go straight up and down as soon as possible in the stroke, hence the name early vertical forearm. Your right arm is doing what's known as a straight arm pull. And so what that means is that your hand and forearm are going vertical, but not until later in the stroke. And then if you saw, and you'll see again in the freeze frames at the end of this, with your right hand, that hand pivots in towards your body once you get really past the midway, and so you're not getting much of a push with that arm. So the fixes here are going to be getting any sort of better catch with the left arm and increasing the high elbow catch or early vertical forearm that you can get with your right arm. And then this is just another look at where your hands start and the direction you pull back. So good job with the line you're pulling back. You're pretty much pulling straight back. That's what you want to do. So this is working on head position in order to get the hips and legs a little higher. So here we worked on getting your head a little lower to get your hips and legs up, and you can see a bit of difference there. You're also, I don't know if we talked about it, but you're also doing a better job of extending here, so that's a good improvement in streamline. So same thing here, working on head position. So doing some one-arm drill. One-arm drill really is your best bet for trying to improve your catch technique. And so any improved catch you get with that left arm is going to help. With this right, you want to try to get the high elbow catch, and that really initiates in the shoulder. So you have to roll or shrug your shoulder inward, and then hand and forearm go straight up and down compared to the bottom of the pool as quickly as possible in the stroke. I'm sorry for the video skipping around a little bit. And so left arm, if you can get that left arm to do either a straight arm pull or any high elbow catch, it's going to improve as compared to the elbow slip. Because when the hand and forearm are horizontal compared to the bottom of the pool, you're just not getting any grip on the water. And you're looking for as much grip as possible. So freeze frame of your left arm. Pretty good extension. And then your rotation builds into it. And then what I'm looking at is the hand and forearm here. So at this point you'd want that to be going straight up and down, and notice how yours is horizontal. So you're just not getting a lot of grip. Or that's your paddle, and your paddle is sliding through the water more than it is pushing the water or pulling the water as it is. And so your hand and forearm don't really get vertical until past the halfway point. So you have a lot of room for improvement with that left arm. The right arm, good extension, rotation, and then more or less the upper arm and forearm stay as one line, hence a straight arm when viewed from the side. So this is better. You're getting more pull / push out of this, but the hand and forearm are still not vertical relative to the bottom of the pool until you get until about the midway point. So the problem with this type of stroke is that the first third of the stroke is pushing more water down than pushing it back or pulling it back. Part two for you is that hand right here starts to rotate in towards your body, so now it's sliding through the water as well. So I hope this helps. Have a great season.